I am a Lima of the Fifth Order. I bring a challenged heart hurting message for tonight. The veil between this world and the spirit world are going to be thin. The anger that is going to rise and the emotions that are going to flow are because the old ways are fighting back. Now is the opportunity and chance to stand in your light and your conviction, to call them out, to create your battle cry, to establish your boundaries, to go to your mayam, and to know your true imbued power. There are those that are still afraid. They do not realize their power, their conviction, and their gifts, and they will be reactive as this veil is thin. It is your choice. You can use this shadow self, looking into it, to find the light that's within it. Or you could succumb to the darkness and be overpowered by it. This is your choice. Realize that the light is always within the shadow, and the shadow is cast out from the light. That you have the power and your ability to rise the light. And the mirrors that are going before you are mirrors of reflection of old dark ways that no longer serve. It is time to rise to the occasion, to have the battle cry of self-realization that we are of one heart and we can no longer afford the old ways. There is a love here that cannot be bought. It is a truth that is welded as a weapon to protect if we so choose, or to inflict pain if we so choose. The narratives are strong and rich, they're varied, but there's a single thread running through all of them, and it testifies that the heart needs to be purified by fire. Rise your weapons of your heart. Shine the hard truths that need to be shown with compassion, with resolution, with love, to be able to overcome any of the darkness, rising higher, higher, even as a fire rises to the flame to purify the warrior and make this their call. I am love because I do love, and I will love in all conditions, all situations, and all circumstances. This is the message. It is not easy. There has been much pain. There has been much darkness. There's been abuse. There's been rapes. There's been shadows that no longer serve the way they did, because the light within is casting them out, and they are no longer part of us, and we will rise higher. Some of us take on certain shadows, others take on other shadows, but we all have the shadows to be able to understand our greater selves. We are in this together. We are the light consciousness rising. We are realizing our fullness. And by our fullness, we will stand among the fallen, and hold our virtue as a light to all those that are lost in the darkness. This is the call. This is the battle cry. That you no longer need to hold on to that darkness. That there's an imbued light, a higher voice, a channel. Call it what you will, but it is inside of you, even as it is inside of me speaking to you. To rise out of the darkness. To rise the higher consciousness. To burn the fire. To be able to wield the flame. Realize your power. Realize your power to be able to create or destroy. Realize the spirit world. It dances closely tonight. And the dead talk accordingly. And they whisper and they say, realize your power. Realize your imbued abilities to be able to become and be. Realize the importance for the boundaries that you create. That you are allowed to let in whatever darkness and whatever light you wish. That you have all the powers and abilities and capabilities to be able to navigate this world. That the fire that lives within you lives in the others. And you can use it again to burn or to heal and give warmth. The choice is yours. The spirit is yours. Rise accordingly to the fire. That the Ma Yam might be able to be whole and complete. This is the battle cry. This is the purpose. You are loved. You are known. Your presence is not alone. There are many spirits that walk with you. And they talk with you in subtle ways. There are mirrors that are shining forth to be able to know and self-realize that there is no just single self, that we are interconnected, each of us. In the darkness, we are stars to be shown. We are realizing and awakening worlds upon worlds as we press into that darkness, our light, and give our battle cry that we are loved, we are whole, we are Mayam. And we are creating the rainbow body of light, life, that will heal all wounds, that will heal all suffering, that we might be able to come forth as those promised warriors that have been spoken of so long ago, to be able to rise in the virtue of love and compassion. May it be so. Mayam.